Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
You said fine, you win, but it feels like I didn't win anything. I don't believe it. You say that I'm all you need, but we slam, we cry, we scream.
I'm Vicky. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will hit the like button and the subscribe button because I would love to have you as part of someone in my channel that I call the Dreamers. Guys, today I'm going to go over some of my favorite Netflix shows. If you don't know or you don't follow me on Instagram at Vicky Dreamin', I have been stuck in the house with a boot on my foot. I had a injury that resulted in something called luxation of the tendon, ligaments, I don't know, but I had my foot fixed. I have a rod sticking out of my toe, and I've got about 9 or 10 more days and it will be out and I will be back up and running back to normal. Almost literally. Anyway, in the span of the last month, I've had a lot of time to watch TV, which is not something that I have the luxury of doing all the time. But since I've been sitting around and just watching a lot of TV, I have been Netflixing. Is that a word? Netflixing? Anyway, Netflix is definitely coming up with some really good oldies but goodies, some new stuff, series, different things. I have heard of some of these movies, TV shows, series, but I started looking at the list and they've added so many new shows that I just wanted to make sure that, you know, if there was something that I liked, that I hit on it. And come to find out they're actually doing more of the TV shows that I like. Maybe you'll like them too. So let me just tell you what some of my favorites are, and if you like them or you've watched them or you have a suggestion, please let me know, because I still have a couple of weeks of sitting around watching TV and I would love to know what your favorites are. Alright, the very first one is called The Rain. It's a Netflix original. If you like shows like The Walking Dead, this show is definitely a go-to. We binge watched this show in 2 days. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And it's basically the same premise. It's, you know, the world is dying, and it's because of these rains that come down, and it's killing everybody, and only the people who didn't get rained on are alive, and they have to fight to survive. And I don't want to go too much into it, but that's basically the premise of the show. And so definitely one of my favorites, hands down. The next one is a sweet show. It's a little out of my wheelhouse, but ended up watching the series because I really like the lead guy character on there. It's called When the Heart Calls. Love it. It's a sweet little series set in a Wild West type situation, like Little House on the Prairie type thing, about a teacher who comes from a wealthy family and moves to another city and starts a new life to be independent, and her interaction with the town folks and the head Mountie that she inevitably probably, you know, she falls in love with him. She falls in love with him, and all of the adventures that go with that. So those are two of my favorites. And that is a series. The Rain is a series. The Rain only has 1 season. When the Heart Calls, I believe, has 5. And I heard that this last season is going to end with a bang, and I just can't bring myself to watch the end of it because I looked ahead and on Twitter. I'm really sorry that I did. So I can't bring myself to watch the last half of the 5th season. But, you know, if you do, you know, if you watch it, you'll know, and maybe it won't upset you as much as it will me. The next one is, it's a game show. It's called The Apartment. This one I just binge watched the season probably in about 2 days. It's not real long, but it's about these couples that go and compete for the prize of $1 million apartment, free of rent for the rest of their lives. Each room, they have to decorate each room of these empty apartments, and they're judged on their interior design. So I love art, I love decorating, I love all of that stuff, so that is a really fun show to watch for me. The next one is Skin Wars, and there's several seasons there. I think there's like 3 or 4 maybe, and that is body paint, art through body paint. Whoever does the best body painting with the challenge that they're given gets to stay in, and the last one wins. The next one is something that we've been watching from the very beginning, since it was, you know, started coming out on HBO, and it is Shameless. I love this show so much that I'm pretty sure that I've seen it, all the seasons, multiple times. All of them multiple times. It is a little bit more on the raunchy side, so if you're not a fan of raunch and grit, this is probably not the show for you. It is definitely a hard R, and sometimes a little bit more. It's about a family in, I believe, Chicago, and they don't have any money. They're dirt poor. The parents have run out on them because they're drug addicts and drunk, and so the older sister is raising all of these kids all by herself, and really it's about their adventures and the things that they go through. Alright, now a couple of really good movies. I don't think I finished telling you about Black Mirror because my camera died. And this is an all over the place kind of Netflix suggestion, so bear with me. But Black Mirror is really, it's about electronics and how they can ruin our lives, and some of the worst case scenarios of this generation dependent on electronics and the social media in today's society. So definitely like a cautionary tale. Alright, a couple of really fun movies. Brain on Fire. That one I just watched the other day. Really good movie. I Don't Know How She Does It, What Happened to Monday, and The Kissing Booth. The Kissing Booth. Okay. Those are some really fun movies to watch. And then the last movie that I would suggest is Room. And that is about a little girl or a young lady who was kidnapped. And she was put into a shed where she lived. Her kidnapper apparently was having his way with her. Try to say that in a nice way. And she got pregnant and had a child, and this child only knew that one room as his world, and the things that he's the narrator, so he talks about. I've read the book as well, and it narrates from his point of view and inside this room, and do they get out, don't they get out, those kinds of things. So a really good movie, kind of a thriller. Good. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Alright. A few more go-tos. Party of Five. Rewatch it. It was so much fun back in the 90s. It's fun now. Gilmore Girls. If I haven't mentioned that, really great go-to. fun in the 90s, it's fun today. Arrested Development, very funny, kind of crass, but very funny. Parenthood is a really sweet series about a family and their lives and the things that they go through with adoption, marriages, divorce, affairs, things like that. So really great little series. Riverdale, really fun little show. I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one. Same with The 100. I've only seen the first one, but I liked it. And that is, also Brain Games. Okay, a couple more go-tos. These are from the 80s. Really good go-to fun movies. The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, and Heathers. They're all on Netflix now. What? Oh my gosh. I love 80s movies. Why? Because I'm from the 80s. I graduated in the 80s. I love the 80s. 80s is greaties. I love 80s. And the very last show that I have to suggest, which is one of my favorites right now, is called I'm Sorry. It is a wife and her husband. She's a comedian. They're raising a daughter and all of the perils that they go through as a family and as a couple, and she makes it so over the top funny and fun to watch. Second season just started on our cable, so I'm Sorry is now on Netflix. Definitely a very, very, very funny show. So these are all my suggestions. It's not a top 10 or anything like that, but they're some of my favorites because I've been sitting around watching TV and just wanted to share my thoughts with you on the old Netflix. Next time, I'm going to be using these and show y'all something that I did that was really, really fun. So stay tuned. I will see you in the next video.